My name's Andy Bradfield. I'm a mixer and producer based in London. I started my career at Olympic Studios in Barnes, traditional analog setup with SSLs and tape machines, and then was quite an early adopter of Pro Tools and more modern working methods. And of course now I work entirely with Pro Tools and a control surface. I've just recently completed a remix of Marillion Clutching at Straws. Just finished mixing a couple of tracks for Craig Armstrong and an album for Tom Fletcher. The Key Threes have been here probably about 8 months now, and I have to say they are phenomenal. When we got them, I was astounded at how good they sounded, but also the size of them compared to what comes out of them. And what I mean by that is they sound way bigger than they look. In fact, when they came out of the boxes, I did a bit of a double take because I was like, they look bigger than that in the pictures. I thought they'd be twice that size. And actually, it's good that they're not, because it means they're easier to place and position, but they do sound absolutely phenomenal. I'd been through a lot of monitors to see if there was something else out there. Over the last 4 or 5 years, I've tried tons of different monitors, and for one reason or another, they just didn't suit me, or they didn't really work. But these, switched them on and went, wow, that's incredible. And it's not just all the things you hear about them, the stereo image, the size of the sound coming out of them, it's just the consistency. And I think for me as a mixer, one of the things that I'm always aware of in a speaker, or what I want in a speaker, is it to tell me the truth. I don't want it to sugarcoat it. And I mean that especially with regard to things like vocals. I want to know if the vocal's too loud. I want to know if the vocal's not loud. And I especially want to know if the vocal's too sibilant. And these tell me it in spades. And I really like that about them. Interestingly, something that happened when we got them, which I've never experienced before. I mean, this is a pretty good sounding room, but like a lot of studios, always had problems at the back of the room. In other words, if you walked away from the speakers, you tend to find that the bottom end wasn't very well defined, kind of a little bit lumpy. I mean, it's often the case at the back of control rooms, even very well designed studios. But interestingly, we switched the keys on, put some stuff on that we knew, and I walked to the back of the room and I was like, wow, I can still actually hear the stereo image. I was staggered. And not only that, it didn't sound all kind of out of control. I mean, often when you walk to the back of the control room, you find the bottom end balance kind of goes and it doesn't sound tight and controlled like you would expect it to. And that, it happened a little, but nowhere near to the extent it did on other speakers. The low end goes down so far, you'd be forgiven for thinking there was a sub, and there's not. And that, I think, is a really great thing for a speaker that's that size. No, you can't take them away. No, you can have all the other speakers in this room. Honestly, there's thousands of them that you can't see in shot, but no, you can't have them. It's that simple. For want of a cliche, I've been searching for a monitor like this for a very long time.